Welcome back to my YouTube channel or podcast if you're listening. I am so happy that you're here. My name is Camille.
I'm Calvin.
And we are here to talk to you about Türkiye.
It used to be called Turkey, and then they officially changed their name to Türkiye, which is a bit confusing for English speakers. And now we can't make like jokes about Turkey as a country, the name, eating Iran, or I don't know. There was some joke with Turkey and Iran. Iran, also a funny joke.
I don't even know. But it's true. When I say Turkey, I went to Turkey. Certain people will correct me and be like, it's Türkiye.
Yes.
So out of respect, I've tried to train myself to say Türkiye instead of Turkey. So we're going to be talking about when we went, what we liked, where we went, what we bought, what surprised us, what we don't like, would we go back, language learning, so many different things in this episode. So I'm super excited.
What English level are we speaking?
I think this is going to be for intermediate learners.
Okay. So I will put away all my SAT words and IELTS words.
No.
Okay.
Well, let's get started. Merhabalar.
Merhabalar.
Are you going to copy all my Turkish?
Yeah. Türkçe konuşuyorum. Biraz konuşuyorum.
Look at Calvin. Amazing. So let's start with when we went. When did we go to Türkiye?
I guess it was, last year or 2 years ago now?
2023. So we're 2024. So last year, right?
Last year.
Or wait. Yeah, now you are confusing me. Was it 2022? No, it was 2023.
We'll never know.
It was 2023. I promise. But we also went in 2015 when Maddox, our oldest son, was one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was our first glimpse. We went to Istanbul and we spent 5 days.
Yeah.
And it was in January, so it was cold.
It was cold. And I think I was like afraid of the culture. And we stayed on the Asia side, which is quite different than the European side. And so, yeah, I think this last trip we were on, we were much more open to the culture. We had studied a bit of the language and watched enough Turkish movies and soap operas that we were kind of more ready for the culture and open to it.
So that is the trip we're going to be talking about. We actually spent 3 months. So when we first arrived, we paid the $20 per each visa for our passports.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then that allowed us to stay 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
So first impressions were like, whoa, we were already trying to speak Turkish with the taxi driver. We arrived, we flew into Antalya from
Hungary.
Yes, from Budapest. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, wow, this is like a different culture.
Yeah. Our first trip to Istanbul and then flying into Antalya, obviously they're very different cities. And so flying into Antalya, it has a much more Mediterranean vibe. I would say it has a lot more like Western influence, potentially.
And a lot of Russian. Sometimes people would speak to us in Russian and we'd be like, we're not Russian.
Yeah, they always thought we were Russian. We rented an Airbnb in a complex, and like 90% of the people around us were Russians or Ukrainians. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I think, partly because of the war and things like that, they didn't exactly want to be there. So
Yeah, but we loved Antalya. We principally studied the language. So we had a private teacher come to our house, I think 10 hours a week. And that was intense. We did that for, 6 weeks?
6 weeks. Yes. And on the last day, that was the last day I studied Turkish.
He never went back, but I've continued. I've taken some breaks here and there, but for the most part, I've been studying Turkish, I can say now, for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's doing really well.
Trying. It's hard.
She can communicate, whereas I can't, so it's good.
That's true. It's true.
Now I just rely on her.
Yeah, exactly. Be his translator.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the list of questions so I don't forget. So why did we go to Turkey?
We went to Turkey because I think we were both interested in it, and we were both starting to learn the language. I had started watching, I think the first Turkish movie I watched was Paper Lives on Netflix. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I started watching all these other movies, and that got me interested. And then I read like a biography on Ataturk, the father of Turkey. And yeah, it just was, it's such a interesting place culturally and geographically because it kind of is the center between East and West. And it's always played a role in these global geopolitics.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I am not as interested in history as Calvin, but I was starting to make some Turkish friends. And so I was like, I want to visit my friends. I want to keep practicing Turkish. I want to try new foods and experience a new culture. So those were my motivations.
Mm-hmm. All good. Yeah. I always am motivated by food. So
yes. They'll be talking about food.
Yes, as we always end up talking about food.
After cities. So where did we go? So we mentioned Antalya, but we actually went to several cities.
Yeah, so we started in the south along the Mediterranean in Antalya. And then what was the next town?
I think Denizli. We visited my friend Janet. Shout out to Janet.
Hi,
English
Janet.
She has an amazing channel where she teaches English.
Mm-hmm. And they were very hospitable to us.
Yes, they're amazing. Turkish hospitality is just, wow, amazing. Thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Denizli, and we got to see Laodicea, which is an ancient town, and it's mentioned in the Bible, which was really cool to be there and see some of the mosaics and baptismal tanks and all that stuff.
And Pamukkale.
Yeah, and we went to Pamukkale.
That was like epic. That was like out of this world. You're like, are you on ice when you're taking photos?
What is it? What is Pamukkale? Do you remember?
Like it's salt,
like
right?
Mineral. Yeah, it's like a mineral, like
with
water. Yeah, that creates. It almost looks like snow.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find a photo and put it up.
Yeah, our kids loved it too. And there were some hot springs there, right? We went in the hot water.
Yeah,
our kids did. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think it was.
The weather was a little cold.
Yeah. They had hot springs there. It's really cool. I would love to go back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. From there, we went to Izmir, and we met some friends in Izmir. And then we went up to Çanakkale.
No, first we went to Erdek.
Oh, yes.
Which is
actually one of my favorite cities.
Yeah, Erdek was cool. The city was okay, right? But the location was very beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's on this little, I don't know what you'd call it, peninsula in the Marmara Sea, which I didn't even know the Marmara Sea existed.
It's a lot of jellyfish in the Marmara Sea. We were shocked by that.
Yes, so many jellyfish. They're not usually like really poisonous, thankfully.
Mm-hmm. But our kids were still a little bit afraid to go swimming because of them.
Yeah, that was the only downside, but very beautiful. Just an area of the world I'd never even thought about, and but really enjoyed.
Yeah, we had a great Airbnb with an awesome view of the water as well, which helped. The city itself was pretty small, but I really liked it. I thought it was so cute.
Yeah.
And we went to some of the surrounding towns as well. And then we went over to Çanakkale, which we went to...
Wait, didn't we go to Bandurma?
Yes.
We went to Bandurma to get some specialty coffee because it's not a big thing in Turkey to have specialty coffee. So we're always looking. And in Bandurma, they had one. So we went there and bought coffee. But we went to a cafe and we tried...
San Sebastian cheesecake, which is one of our favorite desserts. We actually
found out
back again and went there for a second time because it was just out of this world. Amazing. Such good cheesecake.
Yeah. And obviously San Sebastian is a city in Spain, which we love Spain. Mm-hmm. And I guess they made this cheesecake, but then Turkey took it and it became really popular and they innovated it and added like chocolate on top. And it was, amazing. So if you go to Bandurma, go to Noir, I think it's called. Noir.
Yeah.
And order the San Sebastian cheesecake.
You won't regret it.
Blow your mind.
We want to go back just for the cheesecake.
Yeah. And Bandung is actually it surprised me. Yeah.
Very cool city.
Really nice. Waterfront. And, yeah.
And then we went to Çanakkale, finally.
Yes. Then we went to Çanakkale.
And we just spent like a week there, and we visited Troya. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the downtown area. And then we made our way down to a place called Dikili, which is like a little beach town. And we happened to be there because we flew into Turkey in April, I think.
Yeah, I'm not good with the dates.
And we were there like April, May, June. And so it was starting to get warmer. More people were out. And then we went back to Izmir and spent another 2 weeks in Izmir.
Yeah. Turkey, that whole coast is amazing. That northwest coast. You could stop in any town and it's just beautiful. And in some points, you just take a ferry across the strait and you could get to Europe in like an hour or something. Like what's the country there? Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Yeah, we could do that. So yeah, it's just it's all very interesting geographically and historically. Every place you go, you're like, whoa, this is old.
Yeah, because we also went and saw Ephesus, which is pretty epic too.
Yeah, Ephesus is south of Izmir a bit. I think it was like 2 hours or so. Man, Ephesus is so cool. And if you're a Christian or you're interested in religions, it's or even just antiquity, like it's such a beautiful, interesting place. Such a well-preserved amphitheater, such a well-preserved amphitheater. The facade of the library still exists. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's a bit about where we went. Let's go into the next thing, which was food. What foods did we try? What did we like? What did we not like? Yeah.
I think, when you first get to a country, you're trying all these foods. And so we were eating pretty bad in a lot of sugar intake because we're like, we knew baklava was good. And then we tried Turkish delight.
Soğuk baklava. We didn't know that existed until our friend John. Thank you.
What does soğuk mean?
Cold. So it's like cold baklava, delicious, amazing.
Baklava is just so good. And then you add ice cream or like you add coldness to it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. So that, and then we liked what else? Turkish breakfast.
That was a surprise. I didn't really even know about Turkish breakfast until we went there.
It's so cool. We actually went with one of our friends who took us to a traditional breakfast town in Antalya. And we were eating breakfast up in a tree house, and the whole spread was out on the table. Of course, there's chai, Turkish coffee after. It was, we ate so much. I think I had to unbutton my pants. Like, I ate too much. I overate. I was gluttonous that day because it was so good.
It was. It was like, honeys and jams, but all kind of local. And then all different types of breads that they fry and add cheese to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So if you go to Turkey, you need to try the Turkish breakfast.
Yeah. And also with our other friends, we had Turkish breakfast, Kubilay and Sevgi. And that was where we learned about the fortune reading from the coffee. After drinking coffee, the Turks will turn their glass upside down and they'll wait a bit until the little bit of ground's dry. And then they'll look and they'll try to see what pictures or images or read your fortune. So we learned about that there too.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. Yeah. We also tried the mulberries. There's mulberry trees.
Oh,
and we didn't really know that we liked mulberries. And they're actually really good there. And then they dry them, and our friends gave us these dried mulberries. And man, we ate the whole bag in like 10 minutes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Amir and Selena, shout out to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was like, those were the best dried mulberries we've ever eaten in our lives. And we were like, where can we find more? And even here, they're not as good, but they import them from Turkey. And there's a store that sells them in our town, and we buy them. Mm-hmm. And a little trick we learned from some other friends was to freeze them. And they are just out of this world delicious. Like, I prefer them now frozen.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Turkish coffee?
I don't like it. The taste is so strong. I can't handle it. It's too much for me. What about you?
Yeah, same. It's pretty strong for sure. I think I had one that was okay. But it's not, I'm not a big fan of the just really, really strong little bits of coffee like espresso.
Yeah, same.
I like, Americans like the big cups, we drink in the morning. So
we drink specialty coffee too, which we drink it black, and you don't need any sugar or milk in it. And it's delicious. And I think we're just used to that. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if we kept drinking it, we could acquire a taste. Well, what about Turkish tea?
I was just going to ask you about Turkish tea.
Yeah. I do like Turkish tea.
Yeah, I do too. And it kind of, you come under the spirit of the land and you just want to drink these little tulip cups, like 17 of them every day. It's like...
And then the sound of the stirring of the sugar cube.
It hypnotizes you.
Yeah. Yeah,
they know it.
That sound will transport me back to Turkey anytime I hear that little clinking noise from the stirring of the spoon.
Yeah. We also had fun going into the markets. And in the markets, we discovered fresh Turkish Delight, which I was like, oh, Turkish Delight, I don't know. But then we tried this fresh Turkish Delight, and it was game over.
Yeah, we definitely put on some pounds in Turkey because we just wanted to eat everything. I swear, like when you're traveling, it is so hard to maintain your weight when you're trying all the foods, and then they're delicious, and then they're like heavy on the sugar or fats or things like that. So we kind of let ourselves go a little bit. I don't think Calvin can gain a pound if he tried, but I definitely can gain a few.
Well, you also are walking a lot, and we like to exercise. Yeah. And then we're always running after 3 kids. So that keeps us somewhat fit too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about other foods? Are there any other foods you wanted to give a shout out to that you liked?
Something that doesn't get a lot of spotlight is gözleme. Oh. In Izmir, we tried a few spots and we found one we really liked. And it's almost like 2 like tortillas, but they're like crispy. And then inside they fill it with a lot of different ingredients you can choose, like chicken and cheese. And
yeah, those were delicious.
Yeah, they were really good. So I like those. What about you?
Yeah. I loved sarma, which is like the little
grape leaf.
Yes.
With what was inside of it?
I don't even remember. And kısır, good.
Yeah, kısır is good.
And çiğ köfte also. I'm a vegetarian, so I didn't try the meats like kebab and the lahmacun pizza and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I feel like even if you're a vegetarian, Turks are sort of surprised because they want you to try their meats and their kebabs and things, but they're respectful and they have other foods that don't have meat in them that they'll offer you.
Yeah. Continuing on our 20-minute talk on Turkish food.
I know. We got to switch this
Wait,
subject.
One more shout out to, what's the drink?
Ayran.
Ayran.
He loved it.
It's a hot day. You're in Antalya, and all you want is ayran. It's like the perfect thing.
Yeah, he loved it. Man.
Yeah, and lavash, just a fresh flatbread.
Yeah,
I mean it's dirt cheap. You just eat it right from the oven. It's amazing.
Yeah, and the first Airbnb we stayed at, there was a lavasheria. I don't know what you call that.
Lavasheria.
A place that makes lavash right at the bottom of our apartment.
Yeah.
And so we would just go down there and get it fresh.
Iki. No, that's not iki. Besh.
Oh, yeah. Besh. Yeah, and we would just eat it plain even. Or we started putting honey on it.
Honey, oh gosh.
But it did get my jaw a little sore because it's like a little chewy, like chewing that stuff.
Yeah,
but,
it is true.
So good.
Okay, food talk.
We're going to transition because we probably could talk a lot even more on food.
Yeah.
Okay, what about memorable parts of our trip?
Okay. Memorable parts. If you have one.
I mean, definitely language learning. I'll never forget when I cried in my Turkish class and like the teacher was like, "İyi misin?" I was just having a moment, you know? So that was memorable. And then I think meeting with Turks, like we got invited to people's homes. So sharing food with them. I mean, that's something super memorable. The breakfast, which we already mentioned. And then, of course, all the sights that we remember seeing as well.
Yeah, yeah. Anil, my friend, he took me on his motorcycle, which was pretty fun, and you can you can go anywhere, I guess. That's what, at least according to him. So we're cruising up over these like pedestrian walkways on his motorcycle, passing people. I'm just like, I don't think this is legal in America. So yeah, just exactly the connections with the Turks was such a memorable thing. Trying foods with them or whatever they cooked, that sort of stuff was really, really memorable.
We have a lot of stories we could tell. We could fill up a whole nother video with stories.
Flash flood, getting locked out, Maddox's foot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, 3 months of our life we do. This video could be like 2 hours. So we'll try to keep it under control. Did our kids like Turkey? What did they like about it?
I think our kids liked Turkey. Yeah.
Oh, they for sure love the foods, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love that. They also have, going back to food, of course, they have the, what is that, cotton candy?
Oh, yeah.
The Turkish cotton candy, which you can buy in like a box. The kids really like that as well.
Our friend John brought that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think our kids enjoyed swimming. Like they love to swim. They love water.
Warm water.
So anytime we would be by water, they would want to go in it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Good. Okay. What about, did you learn any Turkish words or phrases? We did talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Şimdi daha iyi hissediyorum çünkü biraz Türkçe konuşabilirim. Ama çok iyi değilim.
Değilim. Ben de değilim.
Türkçe ders alıyorum online. Okay. So I know this is mostly for English speakers. So I was just saying that I can speak some Turkish, so I feel better, but I'm still not that good. I'm still taking classes online.
Yeah. And I've stopped my Turkish studies, but I maintain my friendships. So
that's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's at a level where I'm like, oh, it's just hard to keep pressing forward. I'm past beginner, but I'm not at a good intermediate. So it's that in-between struggle where it's just a long journey and I need so much input. And so I've been listening and reading and speaking to my friends and trying, but it's just a long journey, man.
It is.
Turkish is hard. It's not like any language I've ever learned. Yeah. And so it just takes a lot more time.
Many, many hours.
Many years.
It's a interesting language to me. That's why I started studying it. And yeah, I still enjoy learning about it and the intricacies and how it's different from English. But it is a mind-bending thing because it's so different.
Yeah, even sometimes like now with my Latin languages, I start writing in the Turkish format. And then I'm like, wait, delete. I have to change it. I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah. If you like Yoda, you can speak Turkish.
Oh, okay. Did we buy anything in Turkey besides food? So we're travelers. So we travel with 2 suitcases, a family of 5. Now we're staying in Portugal. It's been over a year. But when we were there, we didn't know we'd be staying in Portugal. So we were like, we can't buy too much.
Yeah, it's true. I would have bought a lot. I love the handicrafts. I mean, man, there's such beautiful things like rugs and plates and just decor, carved things. Yeah, there's so many things that I would buy for my house if I didn't have to like carry it with me.
Yeah, we bought our kids like these little handmade bunnies and a fox.
Yeah.
I bought some clothes from Mavi.
Oh yeah, Mavi. Yeah, I like Mavi.
I actually needed some clothes because we kind of leave clothes behind and then buy new ones when we need them. So I bought some things from Mavi. I think I bought a few like
not. What about a suitcase?
Oh yeah, we did buy a suitcase. Yeah, because our other one was broken. So we buy practical things when we travel.
Yeah.
Not so much.
We spend our money on food, if you didn't guess.
Yeah. Or like outings to go see things.
Yeah.
Experiences.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Next question. How did Turkish culture surprise or impress you?
I think, Turkey is so hospitable.
Yeah.
I think that's you just don't experience that in other countries that I've been to yet. I know a lot of Middle Eastern countries are, in that direction. Hospitality is very prevalent, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say hospitality was something that surprised me.
Yeah, people will go out of their way to help you. Like there was this one time I was waiting for a bus, and it was one of the first times I was by myself, like going on the bus, and it wasn't coming, and I didn't know what to do. And there was just this man, and I just asked him, like, when's the bus coming? Do you know? And he was like looking at the schedule, and he actually called somebody for me. And then he's like, okay, it'll be here in 20 minutes. So that was like really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah. Hospitality.
Yeah. I think in the negative way, the smoking, there's a lot of smoking. Yeah. It surprised us how much people smoke there. And yeah, we're just not used to it.
Even our kids notice. They're like, why do so many people smoke here?
Yeah. And 2 Airbnbs had an issue with it. So where it was just everywhere and in mattresses. And so yeah, that was kind of surprising.
Yeah. And then of course at the beginning, we're not used to the call to prayer. So the Azan. And the first night, one of our kids is like, Mommy, I'm so scared. Because we happened to be there during like April, which was, I think, a fasting month or something.
It was Ramadan.
Yeah, and it was very early. So at like 4:40, the call to prayer was happening.
Yeah.
So that was like shocking in the beginning to get used to the call to prayer.
Yeah, definitely. That was shocking. I don't know if it's cultural, but the roads are pretty good. The main roads, anywhere I drove, all over the western side of Turkey, and they were all in pretty good shape, which was cool. Kind of surprising in a way.
Yeah. I think I got surprised by the quantity of people. Like when we would go out, there was just a lot of people on the streets. And I was like, wow, like Turkey has a big population.
Yeah.
So especially where we went, like the cities.
And it was just a chill culture. Like people would be hanging out, or like in Izmir, we went and hung out with our friends to watch the sunset. And there was like, I don't know how many people, at least 100, 200 people there just with kids. And so, that's a very positive thing, just to kind of relax, enjoy life how you can.
Oh, yeah. We had a couple hangout times with rakı. We tried rakı.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not like a very flavorful drink, but I like the sort of anisey flavor, kind of licoricey. Yeah, it's kind of nice. As long as you didn't take it straight. We always would dilute it with water. So.
Yeah. I couldn't even finish one. I'm a lightweight. So.
Yeah. And then we tried, what is it? Mangal? Is that it? The barbecue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a good memory. We have a lot of good memories with Emir and Selena.
Yeah. So like it was kind of like DIY barbecue. Like you bring your own meats, and then the restaurant prepares your coals and stuff, which I'm like, this is amazing because I'm not good with making coal fires. And then you just grill up your meat and enjoy it with your friends, and then they have live music. So that was a fun experience. And
there was like a wedding party there. So this woman was there in her wedding dress, and they were all dancing, and I'm like, when in Rome. So we went and we danced with them.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow. So would you go back to Turkey?
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow I would go for sure. I love Turkey. There's places I want to see. I want to go to the Karadeniz, the Black Sea region. We have friends there, and I've also heard it's very beautiful, green. So yeah, I'd go back to Istanbul in a heartbeat. Really anywhere. What about you?
I think we'll definitely go back. I think we want to spend a long amount of time again, especially to keep getting better in Turkish as well. So yeah, it'll be on our list to go back. Tell us where we should go in the comments.
If you've been to Turkey or if you are Turkish.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up. Do you have anything else you want to comment on?
No, I think, yeah, just a hello, merhaba to all of our Turkish friends.
Yeah, shout out to all of our Turkish friends, especially the ones that have spent time with us, invited us to meals, helped us with Turkish. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We value you a lot.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with a friend.
Yes, and as always, happy learning. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. By the way, improve your English with my 77 real-life English dialogues book, available using the link in my bio or on Amazon.